There. Might sit right there. Cover up my coffee. You guys, well, we got one person there. Mind if I do a little stretching first? Gonna be at a distance. It's all right. I think it's a good habit. Oh, didn't really reach very high on that one. Oh, felt better. Oh, oh, that felt really good. I might as well keep going for a minute. Oh. Again, I don't want this to be part of my shtick. Oh. But if it's part of my shtick and it's good for me, might be a win-win. As long as my audience doesn't mind too much. I'm gonna knock into a downward dog. Uh, these feel so good. Great for the back hamstring and the upper back. They were hard at first, but I now do them pretty much every day. And I don't know, I think my shoulders must be stronger or what have you. Oh, 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 just a quick little stretch. Get the blood going a little bit. I want to sit down here. Do I want to sit down here? That chair is probably wet. We got some big thunderstorms last night. I don't know. Where do I want to be? Maybe we'll go over here. Maybe we'll go over here. That seems kind of nice. Hold on. Let me get my coffee and my water. Oh, can't do my show without my coffee and water. We got one person on. Probably RJ. What would I do without RJ? I'd talk to myself in the morning. Get my show started. Hey, we got two people on. We've doubled our audience. I was teaching, I don't know, for anybody out there, the rule of, I forget what it's called, the rule of 72 or the rule of 10 or something like that. It's going to be pretty hard to explain, and I barely know the details, but it's about compounded interest. And if you're earning 12% interest, it'll take you 6 years to double your money. And the way you know that is because it's the rule of 72. You take 12 times 6 and you get 72. And when that number adds, and this probably isn't making any sense to anybody, but that's how you know when you're going to double your money. If you're earning 24% interest, it'll take 3 years. If you're earning 36% interest, it'll take 2 years. And roughly, if you're getting 10% interest, it'll take 7 years. So it's called the rule of 72, and it's how you figure out how soon you're going to double your money in terms of interest, in terms of anything. And I was looking at like viewer growth here on YouTube or subscriber growth, and I think my revenue grew, I don't know, like 20% day over day, day to day. And I was going, wow, if this keeps up, I'm going to double that revenue in 3.5 days. And I'm going to quadruple it in 7 days. It obviously doesn't keep up, but it's still a good little math thing to know. How was Potter's? Potter's was great. Thanks for asking. It was great. Spent about 2 hours. The sun was coming down. I didn't have a hat or any suntan lotion. I was doing some calculating, as I have a tendency to do, and realized that, well, it's May 1st, so it's not the peak sunburn time, and it was 2 o'clock, so I thought I'd be okay. But honestly, I wish I would have had a little lotion, because, I don't need any more sun on the top of my head. When my hair was thinning in my 20s, I think I was in denial and would go out golfing and roach the top of my head with sun. And there's still some, uh, I don't know, slightly miscolored spots on the top. It's a good thing I'm tall because nobody looks down on me to see those or miscolored spots unless I'm going like this. I don't do that too often. But good morning, good morning, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Sunday morning. Uh-oh. Don't even have my watch on me. Oh, wait. Wow. I just started going live the other day on YouTube instead of TikTok, where I had been going live for the last 2.5 years. And one of the frustrating things for me on that was when you're going live on TikTok, uh, uh, they don't have the clock. They don't have the clock. So I looked at this. I looked for my watch, and I realized I didn't put it on this morning. And I looked back at the app to explain to you the panic I was because I didn't know what time it was. And then I go, hey, YouTube Live app has the time right there, 6:28 a.m. So anyway, good morning again. It's Sunday morning. It is May 5th at 6:28 a.m. Happy Sunday. Again, this is Coffee with Ken, which is a show I've been doing for quite some time, a show that I've been doing for just about 5 years, and a show that kind of starts my day off, you know, sitting outside at different homes in different locations. I've been doing it over on that table the last couple days. Thought I don't know, get a different angle, different change of perspective a little bit, and do some stretching over here. And I don't know, crawled my way to exactly where I am, right on this stoop, and or I don't know, and I don't know. It's where I'm going to do it from this morning, unless my butt gets too uncomfortable. It's a show about me talking, though, and a show about me sharing some experiences, and a show I enjoy doing, and a show that always kind of puts me in a good mood, because usually when I wake up, I struggle with anxiety and fear and fret, and I think a lot of us do. But for some reason, talking it out always makes me feel a little better. And 5 years ago, I started talking live on Facebook, and here I am 5 years later, talking live on YouTube and sharing these videos on various social media platforms and growing a little bit. And it's kind of funny. I'm on Instagram as well. And as I was laying in bed, and it's really dumb to do this, but a lot of I sleep with my phone. I'm listening to relaxing music or something hypnotic to help me sleep. And it's nice when I wake up and roll over in the middle of the night and hear this melodic drone. So it allows me to drip back off to sleep pretty easily. But I looked at a message I'd gotten, and somebody asked me if I was making a living on my Instagram account. And I said, no, I'm not making a penny on Instagram, actually. But thank you for asking. I don't know what my point is about that, but it's just something that just happened, so it was on my mind. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know it's not just a show about me talking. For those that have been watching a while, you know it's also a show. By the way, as I was laying in bed, hoping to drift back off till 7:30, maybe 8 o'clock this morning, I was thinking maybe the Sunday morning audience would be bigger at 7:30 or 8 o'clock. We don't know, because I wasn't able to go back to sleep. And eventually decided time to get up, make my bed, make the coffee, do some stretching, and go live with you. So thank you all for being here. Appreciate you joining. My hope is that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you're feeling good, and you had a great night's sleep, and the sun is shining, not if not figuratively, on your life like it is here. Uh, I don't know, kind of shining in your heart and soul today on this Sunday morning, and you're excited about your day. But before we get all misty-eyed, my other hope for you is that you got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of you. Cheers to us. Got a lot of funny sounding birds. I don't think you can hear them all. It'd be interesting. I know some people that are serious birders, and they travel the world and keep track of which birds they've actually seen. I imagine if you're super duper into birds, you can probably hear a bird chirping and go, that's a robin, or that's a cardinal, or that's a whatever rare exotic bird that I've yet to hear. I wonder if they keep a column for birds they've seen and birds they've heard. There'd be a lot of arguments in the birding community about the truth or not. One might say they heard some rare exotic bird that only exists in Madagascar, an island off of Africa, but they heard it, or they believe they heard it here in northern Illinois. A lot of arguments. Those birders are very a contentious lot, I promise you. But anyway, it's Sunday morning. How you guys doing? Do you like the Canadian goose? What sunproof do I use on my head? Well, these hard-hitting questions. What sunproof? I use any that I have. You know, I figure kind of like cleaning and stretching and betterment and therapy and working out. A little or some is always better than none. And I don't have a special sunblock I put on my head. I use what I have. If, you know, somebody next to me had a 4 lotion on my head, I'd use 4. If somebody had a 50, I'd use a 50. Again, I'm 55 years old. When I was a kid, I was a lover of the sun, and I was thinking the tanner I would be, the more the women would like me. I don't know. Didn't work. I was really tan, and no women liked me when I was young. I think I was just so awkward. I was so uncomfortable in my own skin. I'm sure whatever teenage issues, I was probably thin and tall, and probably had acne and all sorts of things that happen to young men and women in high school. And again, was just kind of awkward and nervous and trying to be cool or trying to be like the, I don't know, popular kids or what have you. And because of that, I never felt really comfortable pretending to be somebody else. I'm, you know, I'm kind of me. And just over the last 5 years or so, I think I've gotten comfortable as me. And here I am. I just had a bird fly really close to me. You didn't see it, but good thing it didn't fly above me and poop right on my head. That would be embarrassing on a live program. God would be laughing. God would be laughing. Do I like the Canadian goose? I mean, not particularly. Not particularly. I mean, they're big, and I lived in a town, or not a town. I lived in a neighborhood or a community called 4 Lakes in Lisle, Illinois. I'm coming at you from Naperville, Illinois, and lived in 4 Lakes in Lisle, which is about 5 miles that way. And they had a bunch of lakes, 4 of them probably. That's why they call it 4 Lakes. But they had a whole bunch of Canadian geese there, and they slowly kind of, and it's not because they blocked the roads, but I don't know. There'd be, I wanted to say, herds of Canadian geese blocking the roads at times. And that would be a little frustrating. They'd make a lot of noise. I know geese come in flocks, but when they're walking, it almost seems they should be called herds. You know what I mean? Plus, as a golfer, they'd poop all over and hiss at you. And I'm not a huge fan of Canadian geese, no. No. Did I ever have multiple girlfriends at one time? No, I don't. I'm not. I'm certainly. I don't want to say it'd even be slightly cool to have multiple girlfriends at one time or to cheat on a woman. But I'm not that much of a player. Again, I'm too. I don't know. I'd feel guilty. I'd be nervous. I'd I'd think I'd get caught. I don't know. Just I'd feel bad about it. It wouldn't be worth whatever pleasure one might derive from having multiple girlfriends. Sounds like it'd be just a whole lot of complication and an occasional headache. So no, I haven't. Uh, yeah, so let's have a little more coffee. Got 6 people watching, but we've got 5 quiet people and 1 very verbal RJ this morning. Tempted to go to my chair. My neck's a little cricked from hunching over, slouching over, reaching to the phone. Maybe if I just sat up. Kind of hard to sit up like this on a step. I'm going to go to my... No, but I'm going to switch angles. I'm going to switch. It's fun. We can do that. We can do that. It's my show. Let's switch angles. See the grass, the trees, move my water, move my coffee. Kind of change and kind of come at you like this. Hey, hey. Kind of like that. Kind of feels a little more comfortable. You guys feel a little too far away. Let me bring you in closer. Ah, there you go. There you go. I don't know what I have for you this morning. I'll tell you, every morning I wake up, honestly, the more fear and anxiety and stress I have in the morning, the more I know I have to talk about with you. But when I wake up comfortable and relaxed and at peace in bed, I go, what the heck am I going to say? And I usually don't know and don't have a plan. I like when people engage with me. And I usually have a lot of experiences. But sometimes at 6 in the morning when you're just waking up, you don't have a whole heck of a lot of experiences to fall back on and tell stories about. So your show's a little slower. And you focus more on the coffee. And the scenery. And the sun rising and hitting the trees and the beautiful grass, green grass, which gets you thinking about the blessings you have and the day you have in front of you and the fact that it's Sunday and in about, I don't know, 2.5 hours, I'm going to be, I think I'll be going to the 9 o'clock church service today, and I'm looking forward to that. And most of you guys know that are watching, I'm going on a little journey in a couple weeks. It's going to change my locale dramatically, and it's going to change a lot about my life, and at least for the midterm or near term. And I'm excited to go to church today, but while I'm there, I'm going to be realizing I only have, 1 or 2 church services left at this church. And when I go to the gym and I'm working out and feeling so good, and I realize I only have a few workouts left. And when I'm looking at the green grass and the tree behind me, I realize I only have a few more days to enjoy the Northern Illinois morning and the Northern Illinois sunshine and the Northern Illinois life and the friends I have. Yeah, it was nice. I was talking about being at Potter's yesterday. I went with one of my oldest friends, buddy that I've had since that I met when we were in 5th grade, but probably became friends with him in 7th grade. And we went to Potter's and sat on the patio yesterday and had a nice time. And he still drinks beer from time to time, but he's taken a couple weeks off for whatever reason, and we both ordered a non-alcoholic Budweiser. He was not very impressed with the flavor of it. I've grown accustomed to it. I think he missed the kick that comes with the beer. It's kind of funny. A band started playing, or it wasn't a band, it was a one-man band, started playing in the corner, and the music was real good, a little louder, kind of cut into our conversation. My buddy goes, hey, I'm enjoying the music, but I'd probably be enjoying it more if I was on my third beer. And I get what he's saying. I stopped drinking and smoking 2.5 years ago. And some of the things that you thought were so awesome, like music played a little too loud at a bar, or even like, I don't know, it sounds almost sad. If I'm a person that's still drinking, I'm going to go, boy, I would miss it. But you find other things in life to find joy around. But I realized a lot of the things I did were I enjoyed because there was drinking involved. Um, and now that I stopped drinking, I don't enjoy them quite as much. And my life's gotten a little quieter and more reflective. And I spend more time kind of, I don't know, just reflecting and thinking and maybe working out and going to church and stretching and spending time with my kids and, uh, you know, different. And life's so different because of that. And again, it was funny just seeing my buddy who I'd never seen, almost not with a beer in his hand. Uh, some stretch of the truth there, but we used to drink a lot together. And sitting there and drinking a non alcoholic beer and realizing that the loud music was kind of loud, unless you're a little buzzed. RJ wants me to tell you about the burrito. Well, it was called a Christmas burrito because it had, I don't know, chopped something green and chopped tomatoes and chopped sour cream. It was delicious. It was steak, and they make them really, really nice. Again, I talked about it yesterday. I prefer a kind of greasier, slimier, crispier joint, burrito joint type of burrito. But these are tasty as well. And the atmosphere is really nice, and the day was beautiful, and the sun was shining, and the music was loud, but the conversation was good. And it was good talking to my buddy, and he owns a scooter, which I own as well. And we were talking about that, and talking about my trip, and talking about travels, and talking about, safety and top cases and things I'm going to need to get in a row before I take my journey, my journey to the West. That's what I'm going to call it. Thoughts from the road, my journey to the West. So for anybody just tuning in, if you think this show has any substance at all, and I'm just sitting on a patio in northern Illinois, just wait till it's Thoughts from the Road, Ken's journey to the West. Think of the exciting adventures. Because sometimes, I don't know. I haven't had a heck of a lot of adventures in the last 24 hours. I haven't had a ton of stories to tell or experiences to share. And I think it'll be nice going on a little adventure and sharing some of the ups and downs of travel and life and experiences and being on the road, and hopefully smooth travels and smooth in places I go to. Uh, yeah, adventures I have. And I'm excited about it, but I'm nervous as well. And again, I get a little wistful thinking, uh, especially when I see my kids and my babies particularly. But I know it's going to be best for them, and it's what they need. They need their dad to do this. And I'll be super excited to come back and see them. But it'll be a fun phase of life. So, do I listen to this music on the scooter? I usually do. Not always. I usually do. I don't know if that's legal or not, but sure makes the riding more fun. If you get a really good song, you find yourself going a little faster and faster. Never had my scooter up above 70 miles an hour. I think it could go 90 miles an hour, but I think life would be on a scooter would be a bit of a blur at 90 miles an hour. I had a buddy that's a serious biker reach out to me yesterday trying to tell me to take a plane or a train to where I'm going. because sometimes he'll go biking on one of these smaller roads that I'm going to be traveling on, and he'll say how mentally exhausting it is getting passed all the time by uh, trucks and what have you. But as a biker, I'm sure he's on the far side of these little 2-lane highways and going maybe 15 miles an hour or something like that. And I won't be on the far lane. I'll have my spot on the road and be going, I don't know, 45 or 50 miles an hour at least. And hopefully the miles click off. And I hope that I enjoy the process, which I talk about a lot. And for me, the process will be getting there and clicking off miles on the road and stopping at various gas stations and filling up the tank and maybe shooting videos from various stops and stretching out and stretching my back and maybe doing a little yoga. Thought of doing 10 push-ups at every stop just because I'm going to have to change my fitness routine on this trip. And my fitness routine has become an important part of who I am over the last 9 months, working out a few times a week at Planet Fitness. And I don't want my journey to get in the way of the progress I've made in terms of my physical well-being. I'd like to go on this trip and maybe bring a yoga mat and maybe focus on different types of exercise. Maybe not worry about bench pressing and curls, but maybe kind of get a little more holistic and do some yoga and do some stretching and maybe do some sit-ups or some core work or some push-ups or some, I don't know, just flexibility and gentle working out in beautiful, beautiful scenery, and maybe shoot some cool videos of that. Uh, you know what's neat? What's neat is this is my show, and that I get to do what I want. And I clipped a video last night about thoughts for content creators or artists or musicians or painters or what have you, that if anybody out there is aspiring to make videos or to paint pictures or to do music, I think you have to do it first and foremost for you and for what you want. And the audience will find you. So, part of me goes, will anybody want to watch me stretching out or doing yoga or talking while I'm doing that? And then I realized if it's what I want to do, that's what's important. And my audience will find me. And I guarantee there's probably an audience for some 55-year-old dude stretching in a beautiful place and talking and sharing experiences while he's stretching. And if there's not, it'll just be some quiet time where I'll be talking to myself or talking to my phone or talking to God, because God's always listening. And hopefully have a cup of coffee by my side and get my day started that way. Again, I don't know what my schedule will allow or what technology will allow or what I'm going to be able to do or what life's going to be like. And I'm scared of that, but I'm excited by that as well. And looking forward to getting on the road and sharing some adventures with you. But before I do that, because I often say I don't want to look too far ahead, I'm looking forward to pouring my next cup of coffee and maybe doing a little more stretching and getting my day started here in Illinois and going to church and editing some videos and spending some quality time with my beautiful little babies and really enjoying the day. And I hope you're looking forward to your day as well. I hope you've had a wonderful, wonderful night's sleep. I hope you've had a great week, that you're feeling good, you're feeling calm, you're enjoying your coffee, you're finding some things to be grateful for. And if you're struggling and hurting out there, because I got a lot of people that are struggling and hurting, reaching out to me, realize you're not alone and recognize that you're struggling and hurting, and realize it's okay to not feel perfect all the time. But realize that you can turn your thoughts around and turn your day around and turn your life around. And you can do that right away. So I want to thank you so much for joining. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're loving yourself. Hope you're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.